Welcome back to Doom 3. I'm still Blasphemous. Today we're going to be doing Delta Labs 2A.
Over here.
Yes, you heard me right. 2A. This is going to be a long one. Buckle in, kids. Also, seriously, they were planning on just shoving me down an elevator. Have they really become so childish? So, the theme of this level is going to be zombies. And no, I'm not talking about these guys. I'm talking about these guys. Your garden variety, first level, everyday zombies. Not chainsaw zombies, not burning zombies. Just zombies. Now you may ask, since we've gotten all kinds of advanced weaponry since then, how is this going to present to us a challenge? I'll get back to you on that. First, yep, multiplayer poses. Every single weapon. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really match how we're carrying them, but it's nice that they bothered. So, would you believe that sticking your head inside a toilet actually spawns 2 imps? Yeah, there are a lot of weird triggers in this game, but that's one of the stranger ones. So this section here that we're about to enter is going to constitute the bulk of this level. But I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. Nonetheless, 2A isn't really big on the set pieces and more just on turning what are ordinary administrative sections into what you might consider horror. I feel like this game could have perhaps gone more into the fantastic side of things. Like, Doom 1 and 2 were really huge on just creating weird facsimiles of what things looked like. And honestly, I think that made the levels a bit more memorable, because what do we have here? An office block?
This is the audio log of Medical Supervisor Peter Raleigh, dated October 29th, 2145. We have exhausted all known forms of drug treatment in hopes of finding a way to abate this strange outbreak of dementia, and I have yet to receive any additional data from the psychiatrists back on Earth. Options are quickly dwindling. Approximately 80% of all extraplanar participants exhibit signs of mild neuroses within the first 48 hours after returning from their expeditions. Within 72 hours, 75% of patients exhibit extreme signs of paranoid delusion and violence. We have isolated these cases in hopes of finding the pathogen. As yet, we can find no biological contaminants that would lead to such drastic changes in cognitive processing. It seems that whatever this pathogen is, it attacks higher brain functions and only leaves more basal functions in the lower brain stem. We've witnessed that a high percentage of subjects lose ability for rational thought and communication skills, and then the physical changes become evident. Subjects in this group appear to atrophy. Skin pales, muscles become slack, bone, teeth, and fingernails become almost translucent, veiny sinews of their former selves. I have never seen anything like this in my career. Our observations continue. This is the audio log of Medical Supervisor Peter Raleigh, dated November 1st, 2145. Patient 0432, a Private Steve Jensen of the UAC Darklight Armor Corps Division, expired today at 15:43 of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This is approximately 110 hours after his return from expeditionary missions. Private Jensen was suffering from paranoid delusions and full-blown dementia. Treatment was unsuccessful. He was the last surviving member of his outfit. 4 other squad mates, who also came back with Private Jensen, expired from injuries suffered on that last mission shortly after their return. Before his death, Private Jensen was heard screaming in both English and other languages, something about demon hordes feasting on our souls. The other language was later discovered to be Aramaic. Due to security concerns in the area, I've secured some armaments within my office.
You wanna follow up on that thought, Chief?
Making progress, Marine? Your journey is futile. We will die, and your soul will be mine.
Yeah, following up on what I said, you can't really do much with the zombies in this game. It's not like Half-Life 2, where you have, like, jumping zombies, bloated zombies that just throw head crabs at you. These zombies are completely ordinary, and aside from maybe being faster, or stronger, or carrying a chainsaw, they are, by and large, the same, and there's a lot of unfortunate overlap between them and the maggots and the wraiths. Just a variation of comes at you and swings at you. They're waiting for you, Doom Guy. In the test chamber.
What? Who's there? Oh, thank God. You're not one of them. I thought everyone else was gone. I was part of this. I helped them. The madness of opening to another dimension. Look, we don't have much time. We let it through. The evil, the protective stabilizer on the portal just failed after Betruger took the device. It was an artifact we had found in the ruins. He took it into the portal, and hell followed him out. You have to help me first. I'm going to try to get the teleporter systems running again. The areas are destroyed around us, so it's the only way through this part of the complex. You need to find me a working plasma inducer. It's all I need to get the teleporter working. You can look for it in operations. I have a security clearance. I'll unlock some doors for you. There. We don't have a lot of time. Please hurry.
Actually, we have all the time in the world. This level, as I said, is going to be going 30 minutes long. But here's something interesting. The Soul Cube. We haven't seen this yet, but keep this in the back of your mind, all the information that we're about to see, because this will be relevant coming up soon. Well, soon being a relative term, it's going to take us a few levels to get there, but Just remember it. Yeah, that was kind of rude. As has already been established, chain gun zombies cannot be easily killed by any of our current armaments, so we had to take damage there. So this section is rather interesting. It's well lit. There aren't any like pulsing machines or anything. It's just what you might call an administrative block that's more or less just very mundane. And yet, when I was a kid, this bit stuck with me pretty well. Because of what we're about to see. This is the part of zombies that has always kind of interested me. Just the idea of what it means to lose your humanity. To be human in appearance, and yet be totally inhuman.
As requested, the following is my initial feedback on my first trip through the portal. Private First Class Frank Cinders, dated October 15th, 2145. I don't know exactly where to begin. Obviously, I survived the first trip and feel no worse for wear. I'm not feeling any of the symptoms reported by the others who have gone in before me, but I'm at a point where I'm still trying to process everything. Thankfully, the place looks deserted and devoid of any life, but, planes stench of the place. It smells of death, decay, and burnt flesh. Tomorrow we're going back in with some of the eggheads, Science Division, to start securing forward positions, and we expect to start sending out the mapping droids at the same time. I must admit on a personal note that I've got a really bad feeling about this. I don't understand what we're doing there or what we hope to prove. PFC Cinders, signing off.
Yeah. No one could have known that they were being event horizoned. It just sort of kind of sneaks up on you. We're a little flush on plasma. Maybe we ought to use it for a while. Excellent. Some volunteers.
Warning. Halon systems active. Access denied.
So how would one improve zombies? That's the question. I mean, I guess the maggot and the wraith are basically evolved zombies in a way, since, as I said, their behavior is more or less the same. So, what if...
Medical report 16-8, dated November 2nd, 2145. Patient 04... at 15:43. Private Jensen was suffering from paranoid delusions and full-blown dementia. Treatment was unsuccessful. Initial psychiatric interviews suggested only mild psychosis with speech, motor activity, and thought processes within normal range. Paranoia being the only psychotic element directly evident. Reference interview G8A. Private Steve Jensen, October 18, 2145.
UAC psychologist Dr. Hooper interviewing Steve Jensen, male, age 27. Steve, can you talk to me about the last few weeks, please?
I don't want to talk.
Well, I'm here to help you, Steve.
I've tried talking. They think I'm crazy. You think I'm crazy.
They, your colleagues, aren't doctors. Let me help you.
Help! Nothing can help us.
Prior sessions over a period of 72 hours reveal rapid deterioration of both physical and mental capacity, with behavior inconsistent with any known patterns. The patient was responsive for brief periods and had to be restrained during interviews. Reference interview H-3-2, Private Steve Jensen, October 21st, 2145.
Tell me what you see, Steve.
I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to feel it. They'll be here soon, and then you'll see it.
Can you talk about what you see? Steve? Patient unresponsive. Terminating interview.
We have exhausted all known forms of drug treatment in hopes of finding a way to abate this strange outbreak of dementia, and I have yet to receive any additional data from the psychiatrists back on Earth. Options are quickly dwindling.
So as I was saying, what if, instead of just them being other monsters, what if the maggots and the wraiths became sort of like evolved zombies, where progressively you would see normal strains of zombies start falling away and being replaced by more advanced versions? It's a thought. So welcome to Hazardous Materials, where we'll be spending the rest of our waking life. I exaggerate a little bit, but frankly, this upcoming segment is really boring. Oh boy. So here's what happens. The door is busted, right? But there's these ledges up here, so we need to grab a box. Keep waiting for the box. And if you jump on the box immediately, you get assaulted by imps while you're stuck on a platform. Anyway, what you need to do then is you need to press a platform button. Probably either 4 or 6, because those are the ideal angles, which will pull you up and bring you close to one of these ledges. We'll start with the one on the left because it's just a secret, like it's got goodies in it. Yeah, I'll spare you most of what's coming for the other side. It's Like, it's not really what you call exciting viewing. One safety grenade for good measure. Only problem is, yeah, the monsters were too far down the hall. It was a good thought. But hey, you see where we are? You remember way back when we found the PDA for Security Chief Michael Abrams, and he was talking about securing an item in his office with the code 901? And yet, IT informed him that door codes cannot have zeros. So, as we'll see, they changed the code from a 0 to a 3. You see? No zeros in sight. If we remember that, we can press this button here for opening this box. And what do we get? You got it. A BFG 9000. And it only has 4 shots. We're gonna need to work on that. Alright, now 10 shots.
Systems deactivated.
So how does the BFG work, you might ask? Well, perhaps a little bit too well. We'll see very shortly. The essential method of how you use it is, it has 4 stages of charge depending on how long you hold it down, and that determines the power of the shot that you fire, and also the ammo consumption. It's very powerful, especially against living things. Generally, you only need 1 shot, at least 1 shot's worth of ammunition. But that's not all. Let's see if we can find some more willing test subjects. You see, when you fire the BFG, it sends out tracers from the projectile that do damage over time as it flies through the air. So even if you miss, you can still melt some brains, as you can see there. It helps that the projectile itself has a very wide blast radius, so you can basically level entire groups with it. Of course, as in the original game, it uses its own ammunition, but ammunition is scarce, so we'll have to pick and choose when we use it. Imagine, these could all be just leaping through the air or crawling along ceilings or something. But no, they're just ordinary, shambling zombies. What a joke.
Audio log for Phil Wilson, medical technician, Delta Labs, October 20th, 2145. Today I witnessed the third test of the teleporter in the 3 weeks that I've been here. Volunteers are becoming harder and harder to come by, and it isn't difficult to see why. They all come back screaming like loons about demons, pools of blood, real fire and brimstone stuff. At first I wasn't paying much attention, just doing my job, but the last was Robert Clayton. I met him my first day here. This guy chews up rocks and spits out gravel. He's tough as they come. Having to sedate him and drag his drooling body to the isolation, it's really freaked me out. I'm gonna put in for a transfer as soon as I'm able.
Like, look at this. They're not even smart enough to figure out how to attack anything on an elevation higher than them. But here's our goal. But first, yeah, this is the most difficult locker in the game. Alright, mission accomplished. Where's the shortcut back? There's always a shortcut. Oh, it's this elevator, which appears to be unable to defeat a cardboard box. Let's help him with that. Geesh, what is that thing made of? Maybe we should have just made all of our armor out of space cardboard. Yeah. If you need a better exhibit of the shotgun's, quirk, then what about being able to kill things that you're not even aiming at?
Excellent. That will get the teleporter working again. And you don't have much time. You're going to need to teleport across the containment chamber. It's the only way through this part of the complex. Head into the chamber and initiate the sequence on the machine. I'll take care of the rest. I'm not going with you. Good luck. But before you go, I want you to take something. It's a journal I made about the experiments. Those things. It's all there. It'll explain everything. Get it to someone so this never happens again.
And he means everything. It's a very long-winded tape, so I'll be waiting until next update to show you.
Decontamination process started.
We're already going pretty over long as it is.
Decontamination complete. Have a nice day.
Alright, well, bon voyage. I'll see you guys next time.
Systems activated. Teleportation was denied.